Ooh, that's a good one. Favorite song from each album. Um, let's start down the list. Um, I'd say off the first album, I would say probably "Mouthful of Blood" off of that album. Um, just because I think it's just a really, it's a heavy, catchy song, um, and the actual meaning of the song is close to me. From Machines Again, um, definitely Rust and Mildew with Aaron. I mean, I love that whole album, but that song, I remember when we were working on it in the studio, just like really, I think without that song on Machines Again, I think the whole album would kind of suffer a little bit. I think that's the one that really holds it together. And it's also like the in between song, it's the sixth song on a 12 song disc, so it kind of balances it out. Um, for Technicolor Yawn, um, that's a difficult one because as a whole, that's my least favorite album, I think. Um, but if I had to pick one off of that one, I would probably say Rowdy All the Time, just because, for one, we got to work with Tech Nine, which we never thought that would happen. But it's also a style that we hadn't really done like to that degree. We don't really do rap stuff. A little bit with some stuff, like with Judgment. It's kind of a sort of a rap sort of thing, but it's more of a rock rap sort of thing. It's almost more of a spoken word kind of a, it's got that kind of a pacing. But with with Rowdy, I mean that's just full on just a rap track, and we don't really do that. I'd like to do more of it in the future because I'm a fan of a lot of hip hop and rap stuff. Um, but it's definitely one of our most different songs that we've done. Um, from Dropping Knowledge, easily Jar Full of Hearts. Again, like I just really like that song. Just personally means a lot to me. Um, from the album, there's a lot of really good songs on the album, but I would probably say Human Onion is probably my favorite, just because it's just got such a good meaning behind it. Just because it's like everybody has their own layers of complexity, in and of themselves, but you also kind of forget that everybody else around you has those layers to themselves as well, and you don't really think about that. And sometimes it's hard to remember to just think about the other people, like who they might be on the inside, but it's also kind of hard to do that with yourself sometimes you don't want to look too deep inside, because you have your own insecurities or whatever. But that I really like that one off of the album. Off of Epic, that's a tough one because all those songs, I mean, really they all kind of they work together. That's the whole point. But to pick one specific one, um, just from like a standpoint of working on the album, and just everybody really coming together on a track, I would say my favorite would probably be Rock Paper Laser, just because like that's, I mean, not only does it have everybody on it, because it's got Hayden and Miyako from Forgotten Falling, and it's got Xander from Parliament of Owls. But it's just like everybody just really, really comes together on that song. Like nobody's skills go unused, and it blows your mind. I really love that one. For It Never Stops Being Now, I would say probably Disaster Girl. Again, because it's got such a great meaning to it. 'Cause everybody knows or has known someone like that, where they've just got that kind of throw caution to the wind. I don't care about anything because no one cares about me sort of attitude, and they put up like this front that they don't care about anything, and they kind of just let themselves and everything around them go, and they don't really care, but deep down, like, they're really fragile and they do care. They just don't want to admit it to anybody because they don't want to show just how damaged they are. So I'd say that one's probably my favorite off of It Never Stops Being Now.